guys, we are looking at the 12 South Homes Price Report. We're doing a year-end review. We're taking a look back at 2025. We're going to track everything that happened. We're going to look at average prices, days on market, how much these homes are actually selling for in 12 South, kind of the activity we saw and what we expect going into 2025. So there's no definitive boundaries of 12 South, but for this report, I always use Wedgwood to the north all the way up to 8 on the east. I cap it at 440. Some people will claim just south of 440, oh, this is 12 South. I don't really think it is. And I take it all the way to just over Belmont Boulevard on the other side. Don't bleed over into Belmont Hillsborough. I consider that a separate neighborhood. And for this video, all we're looking at is the single family homes in 12 South. So no condos, no duplexes, none of that. We're just looking at single family homes. That is the typical home that sells in the area. So that's what we're looking at. If you do want a monthly report on how much our homes are actually selling for, I put out a report every single month. I update it. I show everything that happened the last 30 days. Gives you a really good idea if you're looking to sell a home in 12 South or if you're looking to buy a home in 12 South and you want to know how much these homes are actually selling for, just go to 12 South Homes Report. This website right here, these only come to me, and then I'll send you a copy of the report every month. It's really simple. I do a similar video like this, but instead of breaking down all 88 homes that sold in 2024, we're going to look at the 5 to 12 homes that sell on a monthly basis in 12 South. I want to hop right into the stats. I think these are really useful. The average single family home in 12 South just sold right at 1.55 million, 1.56 if you want to round up there and get technical. This is up from 2023. So we're continuing to see prices go up in the neighborhood. 88 home sales is less than the number of home sales we saw in 2023. So the activity is lower in terms of number of sales. However, the pricing continues to hold and even go up in 12 South. Selling price as a percentage of list price, almost 97% in 12 South. That means if you list a home for $1 million, you can expect for it to close at $970,000. How long will it take to sell my home in 12 South? Funny you asked. On average, it's about 30 days. Now, this number skews a little bit higher than the true actual number. A lot of builders will put pre-sales. When the home is halfway finished, they'll go ahead and list it knowing that they can't go under contract and close until it's later in the process. Typically, sometimes they go under contract while they're under construction, but about 30 days, that's a realistic number. Listing to close is 63 days. So if you list on January 1st, on average, by the first week in March, you should be closing and be able to walk away from that property. I want to go back to the results here. Again, this is what we're looking at kind of spread out. 12th comes right down the middle of our map here. The highest price stuff we saw is that first 2 blocks to the east of 12 South. You'll see some big ones pop up. To the west, we just don't see as many that do it, and we'll see some big sales over on Belmont Avenue as well. That has been a really popular one. A couple really good groups have redone some over there to a high level and a high standard. Let's just look at some of the most expensive homes sold in 12 South in 2024. This is one of those ones over on Belmont. I see if they have the pictures of it. Sometimes they'll take the pictures down after it sells. This was a renovation. The group that does this does a killer job. Love this pool. Great pictures. Good 12 South cottage. Good square footage. High ceilings, which is hard to accomplish. That is a popular fireplace in these higher end luxury homes, that kind of scalloped inset. I believe it's concrete. Just a really cool house on Belmont. That one traded at $3.6 million. Went under contract in less than 2 weeks. It's about 4,500 square feet. Going down to the next one on our list that sold for, so they go by list price is how we arranged them, but the sales price was actually a little bit higher. This is one of the ones that Troy over at MakerTN.com. He's a builder here in town. This is a remodel done. He did 4 in a row on this street. Just a really cool setup where he's able to acquire a piece of property. Redid this one. This one, I believe, was the biggest one. Yes, 5,200 square feet. These all had dadoos, which is a detached accessory dwelling unit. It's typically a 2-car garage, 2.5-car garage, 2-car, and a golf cart bay. garage with an apartment above it. So you had that separate living quarters, and they actually dropped in little plunge pools in between the house and the dadoos on these. They backed up all the traffic on 12th one day. They had a huge crane. They just took these prefab plunge pools in there and dropped them in between the houses. Really, really, really cool backyards. Maybe we'll get to see it on one of these. The one right next to it at 1004 Halcyon, real cool. Love this one. This is a brand new build, but matches that historic look with what they did in the front there. Let's see if we can get a picture of that backyard setup that we were talking about, those plunge pools. They don't, yep, there it is. You can kind of see right in between the house there. I think it's like either 8 or 10 feet wide, and maybe 20, probably 20 feet, the other dimension. And then this real cool outdoor living in the backyard. This is actually the back of the house, and then there is the dadu. That's going to be garage with an apartment above it. That one closed at 3.6. And again, these are some of the highest ones that were sold. Another one on that street, one block closer to 12th. This is a 1920s house that I believe had been completely redone. Really cool. Went for $3.5 million. Just an awesome house, 4,300 feet. Beautiful on the inside. An extremely well executed remodel. Cool pool in the backyard there. I think that was a little bit bigger lot. Yeah, a third of an acre is a really big lot for 12 South. Typical lot in 12 South on average for a single family home is 50 feet wide to 160 feet deep. So if you get anything over that size, that's going to be considered one of the bigger lots in the area. We had another one on Belmont right here, Belmont Boulevard 2404. This one closed at 3.3, 6,300 feet. Good size. And I think this one had a detached dadu as well. Just a, it's probably a bespoke renovation is a good word for it. Love that horizontal fencing in the front. Just a really well executed. That's unbelievable. If you can see that interior there, listen. It's very specific in terms of taste. Kind of that modern flavor on a historic house. Just really, really cool. And then this one over on Kirkwood. I love this one. This one is from Craftsman Residential. They build a great house. If you've had the chance to go through their stuff, they have a really good touch for it. This is Rosemary Beach inspired, is kind of Alice Beach, Rosemary Beach. I can't remember which one they went for on this one. I've been through this house. Really cool pool. Has the turf around it. Clean on the inside. You can see just a beautiful kitchen. Great spaces. When you can find vacant land in 12 South, which is almost impossible, because everything in 12 South is going to be, in most of 12 South is going to be in the historic overlay. So it's rare to be able to find something where you can build new. That was one of those rare opportunities where you could build new, and they did a bang-up job with it. That's 12 South. 2024 is a down year for us overall in terms of number of transactions. However, 12 South held value very, very well, and we actually saw an increase in the average sales price from 2023. Again, if you want the monthly report, the first week of every month, I put out a full report. Here's the 7 houses that sold in 12 South. Gives you a really good idea of what prices are doing. If you're looking to buy in 12 South or you're looking to sell in 12 South, it's a great resource. It only comes to me. I put out the report. You're not going to get a zillion emails or anything crazy like that. And hopefully you'll find it helpful. A lot of my clients have. That's 2024 in a wrap up. We're on to 2025. The first 2 weeks have already been really busy. So fingers crossed, we're looking for a good 2025 here in Nashville, and I think we're only going to see 12 South activity and prices both go up in 2025.